So we definitely want to try to get on board PACR before it really significantly pierces the $5 mark. Now, I believe that we're going to get a significant area of resistance right before this $5 breakout. I believe that PACR is greatly overdue for a pullback. For the record, I am not involved in PACR as of yet. My promise to you was to alert you to my actions before I actually make a commitment in my personal accounts. And so I am not long PACR as of yet. I wanted you to be aware of it. Many people on Friday in my chat room were aware of my intentions to buy PACR. Many of those traders, the 200 plus traders who were listening to me at the time, I'm sure have jumped on board PACR as of Friday and have enjoyed this significant gap to the upside this Monday. However, I am personally not involved yet and will be waiting over the next several days for a much needed decline to take place. Now, look at the circle on the right-hand side of my chart. I am hoping and praying for a pullback to get to that price area. 3.5 and even lower would be considered nothing more than a gift to me. Will we get a pullback that substantial? It's hard to say. As you can see, that pullback would represent approximately 50 to 55% of a move back into its most recent advance, which is typically the percentage of a pullback that you get after strong rallies. We could just get a pullback to the lower part of this key resistance zone in this area. Let me mark it off for you. A pullback in this area would accomplish a filling of the most recent gap. Okay, we could, miraculously so, get a pullback that attempts to come all the way back to partially fill its first gap to the upside. Now, any of these pullbacks would suffice or be good enough for me to look for my first entry in the stock. All right, so I am looking for a pullback, preferably into this mid $3 area. A true gift would be in the low $3 area, and what is highly likely is a pullback to the low $4 area. Only time is going to tell. Now, I know a lot of traders are out there saying, well, Oliver, what about nibbling on the stock now? I love that idea. I love the idea of nibbling on the stock now. The only reason why I'm not going to quite do that right now, I would have done it Friday, but wanted to get the report out to all of my following first. Otherwise, I would have been going into the stock in a nibble form on Friday. Okay? I did not do that because, as I mentioned, I promised to make my entire following aware of my moves before. Now, the small change that's missed with this gap up is really very insignificant in the grand scheme of our entire upside potential, right? So nibbling anywhere in this price range is okay. I just don't want any of my followers taking a big chunk at current levels. I want you also understanding that I am looking to ease into a growing and substantial position in PACR. I will never put a substantial amount on in my first go ahead. I will break my intended lot size up into a minimum of 10 pieces and a maximum of 20 pieces, depending upon your account size. If you're looking to follow my play, that's what I suggest. If you are going to put on 1,000 shares, you need to break up that 1,000 shares at least into 10 pieces, 100 share lot pieces. That 100 shares would represent a 1 lot. So when I tell you that, listen, I'm going in for 2 lots, that means if you're following me, you go in for 200 shares. If I say this is a 1 lot entry, for me, if you're looking to follow me, you go in with 100 shares. If I say I'm being really aggressive here, this is a 3 or 4 lot entry event, then you go in with 300 to 400 shares. If you have 2,000 shares and you want to break it up into 20 pieces, then you go 100 lots at a time. Or if you want your 2,000 shares to be 10 pieces, you're going to play 200 share lots. And 200 share lots will represent 1 lot. So I play the lot system. And certain events that are bullish will have me going in one lot at a time. Some of them that are really bullish will have me going in 2 to 3 lots on that entry. And every now and then I feel so bullish and so powerful about an event, I'll go in with a 5-lotter. All right. Now, a lot of traders have been asking me since I posted PACR as my first VWAP of 2010. Now, remember, last year we had a variety of VWAPs, all of which doubled or more, one of which went up over 900%. All right. However, a lot of people are asking me, well, Oliver, with this potential triple or potential 10-bagger, what time frame are you thinking of? I believe I've answered that. Forever. All right. I have no idea how long it's going to take to get to 10 times our investment or 15 times our investment or even 3 times our investment. However, I do know that we will profit along the way to our goals. Don't think that when I say forever, you're going to, like your typical novices, buy and never sell. Or buy once and then hold for years and years and years and hope you sell for a big profit later. That is the old, antiquated approach to playing the market long term. We play the market, or I play the market very different. I play it almost in a Warren Buffett, Paul Tudor Jones fashion, but on steroids to a certain extent. All right. Along the way, on surges to the upside, we're going to pare back lots. I'm going to pare back my size, and on pullbacks, I'm going to put that size back on. On subsequent surges, I'm going to pare back again, and on pullbacks, I'm going to put that pared back amount back on. And so this constant ebb and flow, getting larger with our size on pullbacks, getting smaller on rallies, larger on pullbacks, smaller on rallies. This accordion-like ebb and flow will have us constantly throughout the months, throughout the quarters, throughout the years, hopefully. We want this play to last for years. We want this play to be with us forever. It means that it's still worthy to be it's held. It still means that we can constantly, through that ebb and flow, pull gains out, every few weeks, every few months, every few quarters. Your best wealth plays will forever reward you. So hopefully we won't be waiting long, but you must have the potential to be patient, to be disciplined, and to let the stock do what it needs to do to reward us. All right? So, once again, for the record, I am not in PACR at the moment. I'm looking to get into PACR on the next pullback. I want everyone who's following me on this wealth play to at least track me on paper. I want this to be a wonderful opportunity to step into my shoes and to feel how a true market master deals with accumulating in an institutional style fashion. I want you to live through every one of my moments with this play. I want you to live through every single one of my thoughts. And I promise you that over the next several months, over the next year, you will emerge out of this experience with a very clear understanding of how to play the market for sustainable wealth the way professionals do. This is Oliver Velez once again coming to you with another chart lesson. I hope you've enjoyed it.